Hello, this is our Zoom lesson. Today I'm going to talk about social issues. First of all, I want to talk about the learning objective today. Uh, First of all, we need to understand the situation, causes, and adverse impacts of global problems which people in the world are facing. Because learning English through social issues is actually a very big topic in DSE curriculum. So hopefully, um, by knowing all these elements, you will be able to tackle those questions about social issues well. Also, we need to nurture a value of caring others, and also caring about the world. Because apart from linguistic knowledge, we also need to nurture some positive values, and this is the essence of education. And last but not least, most important thing for today is to teach you a three-stage analysis model of social issues. Um, there isn't actually a thing called three-stage analysis model, but that's the name that I come up with, and that's a structure that I really think is important when it comes to analyzing social issues. So by, by teaching you this model, you will be able to analyze and explain social issues in a simple but thorough and also organized way. Okay, so for three-stage structure, we have background, and there are a lot of things that can construct the background part. Uh, for example, a general situation of a social issue, or also some statistics to illustrate how increasingly prevalent or increasingly serious of that specific social issue, and maybe causes. Yes, when it comes to social issues, talking about causes is very important because you need to the causes usually echo with the last part. So we know what last part is later. Okay, we also have impacts. Okay, by talking about the impacts of one social issues, uh, you illustrate how detrimental, it means bad, detrimental, that kind of social issue to the society. So if it is not that bad, we don't need to solve it, right? So we need to show the readers that it's really bad to the society in order to illustrate the importance, and therefore there will be significance when it comes to solving that social issues. Okay, and last but not least, I said the causes part in the background part usually echoes with remedial measures. Remedial measures, like how you solve it. Um, if you know the cause, usually you know what the remedial measures are. Like you need to tackle with the causes. The remedial measures usually is about how you specifically deal with the causes. Okay? And okay, before I really step into the topic, I would like to show you a video about top 10 most pressing current social issues and world problems. The first one is climate change. So let's watch it. Okay, I guess it's a little bit quick, so I will give you one more chance to read and watch this video. Okay? Okay. So please put the background, impacts, and also remedial measure parts accordingly. So from which word to which word is the cause part, is the background part. All right, you may know it by looking at the arrow, right? So the global temperatures are rising and are estimated to increase from 2.6 degrees Celsius to 4.8 degrees Celsius by 2100. It's the part of background, and it belongs to the statistics part. Okay, it uses statistics to show you that the global warming problem is actually getting more and more serious. Okay, by providing statistics, what is it? What is the effect? What is the use of providing statistics? All right, it is to show how significant it is, and also make the whole speech become more convincing. All right. So the second part is what? Is impact, right? But from which word to which word is the impact part? Okay, let me give you the answer. This would cause more severe weather, prices with food and resources. This part is the impact part. And the spreading of education on the importance of going green can help make a big difference. Lobbying governments and discussing policies to reduce carbon emission and encouraging reforestation is an effective way of making progress with climate change. This part is remedial measures. All right, so you see, I actually randomly picked one video from YouTube, and you see, it really contains these three significant parts. So, despite the fact that it actually came up by me, but it's not like random. The structure really exists, and people really talk about social issues in this way. So bear in mind background, impact, and remedial measures. But what kind of background you want to include in your paragraph depends on what effect you want to illustrate to the readers. Okay. Let's watch another part of video. And the part that I'm going to show you is lacking something. Is lacking some of the elements that I mentioned before. So in this video, in this part, you're gonna watch it, absorb knowledge about it, and find out the inadequacy, find out what is missing. Okay, so I am going to show you a part that talks about violence. Okay, I repeat. All right. Now, I'm going to give you some time to read this paragraph. And the short task you need to do is to find out what is missing. I'll give you some time. All right. Violence can be found in the social, cultural, and economic aspects of the world. Whether it is conflict that has broken out in a city, hatred targeted at a certain group of people, or sexual harassment occurring on a street, violence is a preventable problem that has been an issue for longer than necessary. With continued work on behalf of the government of all nations as well as the individual. So I would say there is actually maybe one part or 1.5 parts that I've mentioned in the three-stage analysis model and exists here. So it means that 2 or 1.5 parts of that model is missing here. Okay, I would say impact and remedial measures are missing. So readers may not know how detrimental it is to the society. Like, it actually only talks about the maybe the definition, because there are a lot of kinds of violence. Just like when you're in a campus, when you encounter violence, is actually there's actually not only one kind. Maybe verbal abuse, maybe bullying, maybe assaulting, attacking others, maybe sexual harassment. So it's actually giving you an idea that there are actually a lot of kinds of violence. But apart from the definition, this paragraph actually doesn't give you a lot of ideas about how bad it is. What if people are attacked? What if they are verbally abused? What are the bad impacts? Can they still lead a normal life later on? Does the society need any cost, sacrifice to remedy the lives of the bully? So there are things that are missing, and also how we can solve the problem. No idea, right? So I would like to give you one assignment after this lesson. I'm actually providing you the name of the video, Top 10 Most Pressing Current Global Issues and World Problems. I would like you to watch it after this lesson, and you will get to have more ideas about global issues. And I want you to analyze all those speeches from this perspective of the three-stage analysis model, which contains background, impact, and remedial measures. I want you to analyze it. I want you to watch the video from that perspective. And later on, we will have our second lesson. So we are going to go back to the video again, and then we'll have more in-depth analysis. So the homework today is to watch the video at home so that you can have a better impression and also a deeper impression, and also we can conduct the lesson in a faster pace and in a more in-depth way. So that's all for today. Thank you.